What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Um, Welcome back to MLB Road to the Show. Yesterday's episode we finished up the home schedule part of the season. We just have 6 games left at Chicago and at Miami. Now, unfortunately, we have not actually clinched a playoff berth yet. Why? I don't know. We are in first place. We are up by 4 games, I believe. No, we're up by 5 games. I believe if we win this next one, we should officially clinch the division. Or maybe the second game, not quite sure. So that's where we are at right now. Hopefully, I would assume that this episode, we will clinch a playoff berth. We are starting off this episode on an off day. And we are actually going to be pitching, so we're starting off this episode on the mound. So depending on, the pitching games usually take a while. We're going to focus on the pitching stats. So the pitching games usually take a while. So I would like to get through the last 6 games in this episode and officially clinch a playoff berth, and then see what we do in the playoffs. I am not quite sure what I want to do with this series yet after this season. We'll see how far we make it in the playoffs. I don't know if I'm going to continue the series or not. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I can do a season 2 of Road to the Show, and play a full season. I got some ideas if I do that. I could also do like Diamond Dynasty. I could play, a season online. So I could keep this series going, but let me know what you guys think. But let's hop right in here. Top of the first, 0-0, nobody on, 1 out. Shota Imanaga is on the mound.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Crow Armstrong ranges back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Well, I didn't realize how big Wrigley Field is. We are on the mound, and we got a boss challenge here. Nico Horner, never heard of the guy, to be honest. I don't know why this is a I don't know why this is a boss challenge. I've never heard of the guy, but whatever this is, recording out. Alright, let's lock in here, and the heck. Okay, there we go. For a second there, I couldn't see the baseball. I'm like, what in the world is going on here?
In the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
One of the things that's interesting is that guys really don't worry about swing and miss from an offensive standpoint anymore. So when you see somebody who contacts the ball like this, do you think of that as plus value?
Absolutely. If he's doing damage now, if he's rolling over and grounding out, then it's a different story. But yeah, if he can put the ball in the gaps or over the fence, 100%.
Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a nice start to the ball game there. Got me a strikeout. But yeah, hopefully we can clinch the playoffs.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is
So far, only the Mariners, Yankees, and the Dodgers, I believe, have clinched an actual playoff berth, and the Dodgers have the best record in the entire league, obviously.
And he grounds one to the right side. And
So, hopefully we're able to clinch. We should win the division. We're 5 games up with 6 to go. So unless we lose, 6 in a row and the Phillies win 6, we're guaranteed to win it. This is more of a boss challenge. Kyle Tucker's a pretty good hitter. Let's try to strike him out in 3 pitches. I'm going to try to focus up here and try to get this done.
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm going to try to go high fastball here.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left.
Now I'm going to try a curveball down and inside. Oh, man. Oh, well. It's okay. Well, at least we got him out. That's what matters.
Bottom of the second, and now the DH, Seiya Suzuki. Chris, has been a good year for him.
Alright,
Having already set a new career
24 home runs, 85. Alright, Seiya Suzuki, we are up 1-0, bottom of the second.
He's been scoring a lot of runs lately. He scored 9 times in the last 10
right
games.
here.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Oh, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese.
But I do enjoy doing this series every year. It's just after being called up, like just before the All-Star break, I was actually got caught up a lot faster than what I thought. Usually I have to go into like season 2 to get caught up, or we get caught up like at the very end of the year when there's like really no chance for the team to actually do anything. But we were fortunate. We got caught up kind of at the right time. We got caught out just before the All-Star break. We were doing horrible. We were 14 games back, but ever since I was caught up, we're about 40 something and maybe 20. Spitballing here. I don't have the exact number, but it's around there. And we were able to grab a hold of first place and hopefully finish off a playoff berth.
And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 6.
And next for the Cubs, Michael Bush.
Michael Bush.
Close,
oh, come on.
And it's 1-0.
I guess things don't change. One thing I would like to see in next year's game is
A little bit low.
several times during these 28 parts of Road to the Show, I have been clearly safe on
looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear
calls, and I would like going into next, obviously this baseball season is a long way to go. I mean, we're hitting the summer months now. But for next year's game, or even maybe this year's game, come out with an update to be able to challenge calls. Because some of these calls are absolutely atrocious.
One out. Runners at first and second.
Alright, we are up 1-0, top of the third. Guy on first and second. And that should be gone. That's gone. That is gone.
To right. He'll touch them all. It's 4-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. He's so good at to getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball.
I'm not even concentrating at this point. Like, I'm just kind of trying to
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
keep things going here.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Let's try something different. I've been pitching mostly curveballs and fastballs this game. Okay. Alright. Let's try to get him swinging. Hang it.
The count remains 0-2.
Oh, having
Let's
such
try
a
this.
tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Dansby will head back to the dugout after the K.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Taylor makes the grab. 2 down.
When I chose to do a two-way player and do this whole series, obviously these pitching games are the longest, but I imagine if the longer episodes would probably be catcher and pitcher. Everything else is basically sim until you're actually needed. But if you're a pitcher and catcher, you're playing every single play, basically.
2 outs.
Ooh, that was nasty. That was a good pitch.
Taking a look at some notable Rookie of the Year candidates this season. Carter back to work. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Vientos makes the
I
catch,
wanted
and
to
there's one
run
gone.
over there and catch it, but I let him have it instead.
These two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
And first offering is fouled off.
Okay, no offense, but okay, that's why 18th round pick in the 2011 draft, John Berkey. I have never heard of this guy.
Had a stadium in LA called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
Out to short. Lindor on to first. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Kyle Tucker.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
I mean, I did not pitch it in right where they wanted to, because he would have smoked that. That thing would have carried over to the center of the plate. I'm not doing all
2
that.
down, nobody on. That one finds the zone, and now it's even 1-1.
Clearly, he was not looking for a fastball there.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso.
Man, I am tired today.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning.
I
So
work
12
today,
up,
and
12 down
my
to begin the
son's
ball
last
game.
day of
It's the
school is
Mets
today,
4
so
and
now
the
he's
Cubs
off for the
nothing.
next
On the north side of Chicago, John Shelby,
2 or so months.
Now it's the
So it's
DH,
going to be quite a
Chris
summer.
Yeah, Laser, nice job. You got
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I am very proud of him, though. He is graduating first grade. He is going to second grade next year. And
He's the ultimate professional, and
he
it doesn't just
basically
start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what.
Rudder takes off, ripped back to the mound, and that got him.
He finished top of his class in math and a few other subjects.
That one got him pretty good, but
So I am
perhaps the
very,
silver
very
lining is
proud
that
of
it got
him.
in his non-throwing arm, Chris.
Yeah, assuming there's nothing broken in there, I think he should be able to shake this one off. But, man, that can't feel good. He's going to have a pretty nice bruise at the very least, that's for sure.
Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Called strike 3. Throw to third. Out! And that will end the inning.
When you get thrown out at third with 2 outs, you
Okay, I did not want that.
Not a great decision there as it ends the inning.
Bottom of the inning, and here's the DH for the Cubs.
It's fine, no.
Suzuki. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
They should come out with a mode. I don't quite play like March to October or franchise. Ooh, and I just allowed a home run. Damn it. Oh well. That was the first earned run I've given up in a while. That's okay.
How in the world did he manage to hit that pitch out?
Batting for the second time, and that's strike 1.
But what I was saying is I have never played like franchise mode or anything like that, and that could be a series too that I do, but I wonder if they put like rain delays in there and stuff, and the managers actually have to make decisions and stuff based on weather delays. And I know they have to, like in franchise mode, you have to do contracts and things like that, but it would be a nice twist if there was weather delays and you had to make further, decisions and things like that. Other modes do it. I don't know if they do the whole weather delay thing, but
I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Throws to first in time.
Shortstop, Dansby.
Swanson in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Swings through that.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider.
Damn, he was like looking really stupid right there. I can't imagine him swinging at that. Maybe I was wrong.
He's up to 7 strikeouts. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. 5. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Alright, Shota 3.2 innings pitched. I got 5 runs. Shota 4, me 1. Earned runs. Shota 4, me 1. Hits. We've gotten 6. They've gotten 1. Walks 1. Strikeouts 7-3. Not bad. But Shota's obviously out of the game now because he only pitched 3.2 innings.
Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
Lindor hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Okay, I know I touched on it a little bit earlier. I have no idea who the hell some of these players are. John Birdie and now this guy, Pete Crow Armstrong. They must have just been called up or something.
That one's in there, 0-1. The Mets leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Fastball for a strike.
Well, at least he made up for blowing that one pitch earlier. Alright.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle.
There we go. That's awesome.
And a couple of quick outs.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Corner into box again. takes a strike.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. 2 out, space is empty. Hey! Fights it off. You'll see another.
Man, this guy is really making me kind of work here. Oh, there we go.
Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets it. And here is Chris Carter. He's already home.
All right, Colin Ray is on the mound for Chicago. It's 4-1, top of the 7th, 1 on, 1 out.
Base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Strikes him out, went with the sweeper, and it worked.
Well, nice job right there. He struck
I'm sure it's different in real life, but in the game, he doesn't strike out too often. He's actually been hitting pretty good in the game. I'm going to take off here.
This one lifted in the air, left field.
Oh, it's 2 outs. Whatever. It's okay. What are we going to the 7th inning now, I believe? Yes, bottom of the 7th. We are up 4-1. The no name is John Birdie.
Carter back to work. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. No strike.
Yeah, Newton did not like that call.
Miss as he was late that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher.
Man, that curveball is nasty.
Like that. And so those are tough spots.
That's some good stuff right there.
Of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
That's 2 outs.
Hauls it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki. He's already homered in this game. Line drive. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double. And his 2nd hit.
Well, clearly he was ready.
I mean, why didn't you just throw it to the cutoff guy right there? What? That guy would have been pretty stupid for trying to run.
In the box now, no balls and a strike. Suzuki on at second with 2 down. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. The throw to second is offline.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
All right, come on, Chris. Let's, lock in here and finish this inning off. I'm thinking that this is going to be my last inning more than likely. Usually I go about 7 or 8. The one time a few episodes ago, I had a no-hitter going in the 6th, and the manager pulled me.
Line drive, that's a fair ball inside third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily. And it's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound.
Pitching for the New York Mets, number 7.
Jose Buto takes over on the mound.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game.
Wow. Okay. Well, I wasn't expecting to give up all those runs. That's kind of unfortunate, but I mean, what are you going to do? 5-3, top of the ninth. We got a dynamic challenge. Let's go for double or better. 1 on, 1 out. We are now up 5-3.
There's a swing and a drive.
Ooh, and I swung early on that. If I would have connected a perfect on that, that ball would still be flying. I swung really early on that.
Kept it fair, and even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect.
1 out, runner at second. So up next for New York, Juan Soto. Still only 1 out here in the inning. On the ground to first, and that chance handled. Takes it to the bag, steps on first.
Normally I try to run on that, but by the time I got the ball, or by the time the first baseman got the ball, there was no chance.
So a runner at third, 2 men out. Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Mark Vientos.
What do you think? Should I try to steal here? Oh no.
Fly ball, right field.
It's going to be caught anyway.
And that'll do it. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the. So 2 down. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit. Diaz is just 1 strike away. And they have clinched the division. The Mets are NL East champs. Carter with a good enough outing on the mound and put on a.
You heard it there, guys. Finally, we have officially clinched the division and clinched the postseason berth. It took long enough. Good Lord. Let's return to the clubhouse really quick and go check out the standings. Yeah, we have clinched the division. All these guys have been eliminated. That means none of them are making the playoffs. Cardinals clinched the division there. They have actually not clinched the division yet because we are currently playing the Cubs. But I imagine if we win Game 2 and Game 3, it's over for the Cubs. Obviously the Dodgers have the best record in all of Major Leagues. That's obvious. The Cubs are holding on to the wild card. The Phillies kind of have a chance. I mean, there's still 5 games left, so. (91-66). Guardians, they're tied for first still. That's amazing. Alright. Let's hop right into game 2.
Live from the north side of Chicago, Wrigley Field, we've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Mets.
I feel like the game did that on purpose. They didn't want us to clinch at home, so they're having us first game on the road clinch the division.
So up next for New York, Chris Carter.
Look at that, 126 home runs, 260 RBIs. Holy crap, that record will never be broke.
Line drive.
That was a nice curveball.
So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third, the third baseman, Mark Vientos.
And now it's Mark Vientos. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Singy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Move to first. And he's back in safely.
That was a lot closer than it was supposed to be.
Another throw over.
If that throw was on target, now he can't throw back. So I'm going to take off here.
Runner takes off. And that one is lifted in the air. Crow Armstrong should have it. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Brown with a move to first. Carter back in on a dive.
That is getting incredibly close.
2 outs. Up the middle, Swanson. Sends it to first. And that takes care of Alonso. And that is that. Mets strand 1. And now it'll be the Cubs. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
These games should go a lot quicker because I'm DHing. And it usually just sims to my next appearance, and we should take a 1-0 lead.
The throw in, and he's in there as a run scores.
All right, there we go.
Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way
move to second.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being
Oh my God, that ball was incredibly close to going to center field. Holy crap. This pitcher is completely wild.
That one the other way, lunging, but can't bring it in.
I took a chance there. I really did. I took a major chance. If that ball would have been caught, I would have been a dead duck.
Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the DH, Chris Carter.
All right, Eli Morgan is on the mound. And looks like we're going to get our 3rd single of the game here. Oh, Jesus. What was I doing?
And that's his 3rd hit.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly.
What the heck was I doing right there? I rounded the base. I don't know if I did that by accident or if the game did that.
And he just got his hand in there. Carter gets his lead at first with nobody out. Another throw over, and he's back again. The pitch. Here goes the runner. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, no outs. Here's Pete Alonso. Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. Squirts away a little bit. Throw to third. Too late. Save. Double steal. Goes down looking. So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. And now the runner breaks for the plate. Popped up. Swanson. Swanson makes the play. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left.
I was pressing the analog stick for the runner to go back, and he, I don't know what the heck happened. That was ridiculous.
That one ripped right center field. Tucker going back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He sends one out.
I didn't think I even got all that because that swing was pretty atrocious. I swung really late on that. But 7-0 now, top of the 8th. Phil Bickford. Got all these no-name guys. All these no-name people. I don't know any of these guys, but whatever. Cubs must be doing a rebuilding year or something. Because there's a lot of guys I've never heard of.
And stepping in for New York, Chris Carter. He's already homered in this game.
I don't understand why it's giving me in a dynamic challenge. It's 11-0. I mean, good God. How many runs do they want us to score?
Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
I should bunt.
That one is absolutely belted. Crow Armstrong ranges back onto the track, and he makes the catch. So they get 3 runs on 2 hits. So first and second with 2 outs. And now it's Dansby Swanson. The Cubbies down to their final strike. Line to left. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets slug their way to a win in this one. Carter was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. A 4. Chris Carter comes into this one fresh off a 4-hit game. Chris Carter up now for the Mets. A big game for him.
All right, top of the first, Jamison Talon is on the mound, and I just welcomed him to the ball game. That one's way out of here.
He'll touch them all. It's 1-0.
Alright, Clay Holmes is on the mound for us. John Birdie is at the plate. We are up 1-0, bottom of the first. Looks like it's coming to us here. And it's going to be a single. So let's just get that, throw that back in.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit.
God, I am really tired today. Oh,
let's see if
man.
they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That one ripped. Out of here.
I mean, that sounds, when I hit that perfect, man, that sounds really good off the bat. Sounds really good.
One swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog.
Alright, we are actually down 3-2, bottom of the fourth, and another single here.
That's a base hit into right field.
This time, Dansby Swanson hit it, but we are down 3-2. They got a guy on first with nobody out. We are now down 7-2, which if we lose ball games at this point, I really don't care. We've already clinched the division, so it's all fine. It's good.
This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Here's a rocket out to left. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And there's one down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be.
Man, they're doing to us what we did to them in the second game. We are down 11-2, top of the 8th. Eli Morgan is on the mound. We have 2 on with 1 out.
Base hit.
And that's going to be a 2 RBI single, and I'm going to go 2. Alright, drove in 2 runs and got the second base.
Well, he's really slowed slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he...
Runner takes off. In there for strike 3. No throw. Safe at third. It's a stolen base.
Up next to the bat, the third baseman, Mark.
Did they have some kind of shift on or something? Where the hell was the third baseman at? Okay, I have no idea what the heck was going on right there.
This one in the air right field. Tucker under this one.
Oh well.
It, and
well, that will be my last at bat. Yeah, it's 13-4. They came right back with 2 runs. Well, we're going to win the series. We'll drop this third game, but it doesn't matter. I mean, we've already clinched, so I'm not worried about it.
Popped up. Amaya settles under this one. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Carter was a real bright spot despite the loss. 2 homers on the day.
I don't remember. I mean, we've had some really wild games the last couple of episodes, but I don't remember us giving up 17 hits. We're going to have to clean that up for the playoffs. Because way back in part 15 to 20, if you guys want to go take a look, go back on the series, parts 15 to about part 22, my bullpen was absolutely atrocious. We were giving up runs left and right. There was a game, I think it was part 21 or 22, where we were up 8-2 in the top of the 9th, and they came back and took the lead 10-8 in the top of the 9th. I mean, our bullpen was failing for a while, and the last, as you can tell, all the wins that we've racked up this month, our bullpen got it together. But we're going to have to definitely clean that up if we want to make a run for the World Series for sure. Alright guys, should be a good final couple of games. There's not much going on, so I'm more than likely I'm going to probably grind this last series off screen to start the playoffs, because at this point we've already clinched. We're not really playing for seeding at this point. I mean, the biggest thing we'd be competing for is St. Louis. Dodgers already locked up the number 1 seed. We're tied with St. Louis in wins. We both have 94. So that will do it for now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and grind the last series off camera, and then I will see you guys in the next episode. NL East champs, baby. Let's get it. Let's try to win the World Series. Until next time, guys, peace out.